Now, last night, Kieran, Culkin and Saldana took home awards for Best Supporting Actor and Actress. And that got us thinking about who has been the biggest support in our lives. So move over, Oscars, because this is the first ever Ruthies. So I asked each of the ladies to nominate their own Best Supporting Person in their life. So, Ida, you are first up. Tell us who your award is for.
Okay, well, my award was very easy to pick. I have a wealth of people to pick from my husband to my children, but there was one person who stood out. So my award goes to Gwen Field, which is my mommy.
And your mum's here.
My mom is here. I'm very grateful that my mom is here. For anyone that watches this show regularly, you will have heard me talk about my mom and her battle with cancer right now. And my mom has always been my best friend, my fiercest rock, my sounding board, my steady Eddie, my bestie. And, you know, as you get older, the roles kind of change and how you navigate them. You're gonna make me cry. And I'm just so grateful because even in this chapter, my mom is teaching me the most profound, beautiful lessons. And I feel very grateful for you, Mommy. You're my hero.
Woo, Gwen! She's a beautiful woman, isn't she?
Gwen, thank you so much for being here.
Gwen.
So good to see you, Gwen. Thank you so much for being here. Well done, Ida.
Yeah.
Because we know we talk about your mum a lot, and we know how much she means to you.
And you know, like even today, she's been wearing a beanie cap over her hair because she doesn't like to show that she doesn't have hair. And actually, I think she looks so beautiful the way she is.
Okay.
Well, I thought it was Annie Lennox in the front row, so I thought it'd come
she's
along
got
like
Annie Lennox vibes.
Wow.
She looks amazing. Okay, so for our next Ruthie, it is over to you, Denise.
Okay,
so
sorry, just got me there because of my mum. Anyway, I am going to nominate my husband, Lincoln, for a couple who met many years ago in a nightclub at 6 in the morning that doesn't open till 4. We got sober together. We've been sober for 13 years this year, and we've been married for 12. And he is my rock and my best friend, and I couldn't live without him.
Well done, Lincoln. And finally, Kelly.
Okay. So mine is obviously my husband, Jeremy, who we are running the London Marathon this year. We were out yesterday, we hit 20K, which was the first time, and that's all thanks to him encouraging me, supporting me. He's an athlete, he finds it easy.
Well, we told him that you were putting him up for this award, and he has sent us this message
No,
for
he hasn't.
you.
Oh,
Jeremy, well,
my God, I chose you! I'm going to be so embarrassing. Baby, where's the dog? Why didn't you bring the dog?
Have a seat. I have to say, that was very funny this morning, because in the meeting, I knew about this, and we're saying, we say to Kelly, who you giving her awards, and you said someone else. We had him all ready.
I was ready. I cancel off the Ring camera notification. I hide everything.
Yes, because it comes up on my phone if he leaves the house. That's how I make sure I keep tabs on him.
Jeremy, it must be nice to hear all those lovely things said about you and what great support you are to Kelly. What would you say about her if we were asking you the same question?
Well, I moved to the UK 10 years ago, and she was very supportive and protective. So this is the most important.
How long have you been together now?
We've been together 10 years. We've been married 3 years in April. And, it's been a wild journey. It really has, hasn't it? We have a lot of fun together, but, gosh, it's been so difficult for for us to try, you know, when you meet someone, Ada, you know this, when you meet someone that lives in another country, to try and find that middle ground and make it work. Like, it's been really challenging, but we got there, didn't we? We got there. When you want it to work, it works.
Also, you're still together even after doing a race around the world with her, race across the world. I mean, that's quite a feat in itself, isn't it?
It was amazing to do this experience.
Yeah. You look lovely, by the way.
Thank you.
Very handsome. And finally, I haven't got a gold envelope, but I would just like to say, as always, it's always my mum. You know, like you, Ida, my mum, you know, has been there through thick and that was my mum yesterday. So, yeah. She's, as you said, if you follow the show, you know my mum, she fell and fractured her pelvis before Christmas. And there she is, up, walking about, amazing, rocking my sunglasses, rocking the coat. And in fact, they have to kind of slow her down. She's got her little wheeler, they call it a Lamborghini. And she's racing along. We have to go like, Mum, slow down. But, you know, she has been around all my life. You know, we travelled a lot as kids. And my mum always set up a home wherever we were, in army houses. Like that, she made it home. Now, another big moment from last night was when Adrian Brody, who won Best Actor for his role in The Brutalist, remembered as he was going up to collect his award that he was chewing gum. So what did he do? He turned round and he threw it at his girlfriend, Georgina Chapman, and she caught it. She caught his chewing gum. I mean, is that love or is that love, Denise? Or is it just disgusting?
Do you know, I know the girls think a bit differently, but I think that it was quite an intimate thing to throw.
You're not going to get me on this one.
And catch the gum. Possibly it was because I don't know anything about their relationship except that she was married to Harvey Weinstein.
Listen, I think she's caught worse things.
Yeah.
She has indeed. She has indeed had worse things in her hand. Basically, I can't bear when a star gets up to receive an award, whether it be a musician or an actor, and they're chewing gum. I think it is the rudest thing. Paul McCartney always does it, and I want to say, Paul, take the chewing gum out. It's disrespectful. So I think maybe she'd had a little go at Adrian, and he thought, oh, God, I might get into trouble, so he chucked it. So I think it was I see it as a little intimate moment between them. You don't.
I can see Robbie Williams doing that to me, and I would catch it, but there would be words after.
Yes,
there would be.
I would have probably just taken it out and then got onto the podium and stuck it onto the podium as I was talking.
Or
Thank you so much for this award. You know, like you did at school.
Or just swallow it like a 7-year-old. Just swallow it. It's an Oscar.
No, you can't swallow it because
your mum
you're
told
about
you
to give
that
a
it all
speech.
got
But 7 years later, you can celebrate it when it comes out.
Well, listen, we're sticking with Adrian Brody because he then continued, obviously, to make his acceptance speech. And then he made headlines because he just wouldn't stop talking. And they start, you know, they run music, don't they? Yeah. To kind of say, diddle-diddle, the music's running, so that's your cue to time to go. And he was like, So he said, no, I haven't finished. And apparently he carried on for another 4 or 5 minutes. But then we were thinking this morning, like, are you an over-talker, Denise Welsh?
That feels very pointed.
I do. I'm a Geordie. There's Geordies in today. How? I've done this before. I do like to talk, which is maybe why I've been on this show for 23 years, because it wouldn't be much good if you didn't. I do like to talk, but I think that my friends enjoy my chatter because I always come with the juicy gossip.
She does, to be
Don't
fair.
I?
Yeah,
In the
always.
morning, they await my presence because they know I'm going to come in and go, you will never guess what. Shaking to tell you all.
Kelly,
so I do like to talk, but I know when to be quiet.
I mean, I would say out of my husband and I, I'm probably more the talker, as you would have witnessed on Race Across the World. He doesn't get a word in edgeways. But when he takes the dog out for a walk and he comes back, and he said, oh, I bumped into this person and that person, and I say, well, did you ask them if they've moved? Did you ask them? He's like, I don't ask them any of these questions. And I just find it, like, fascinating that my husband just isn't interested in other people's lives. Like, I'm so interested in other people and I want to hear other people. So I would say I am a talker, but I also like to listen. I always say, like, 2 ears, 1 mouth. Always listen more than you speak. Yeah. And yeah, I'm more interested in everyone else rather than what I've got to say.
Ida, you and Robbie, who talks the most?
I mean, it's a tough one there. I'm going to say, I would say that he's the talker. And I would say that he would probably want to play the music just like that whenever I talk. It's hard. We're always, it's,
you start singing.
It starts singing, well, especially when I start singing, I think he'd like to play music. But I would say that he talks more than I do.
Well, interestingly, I've had a little chat with Robbie. We've had a little talk, Robbie and I, and this is what he says.
So I've just been asked a question by the Loose Women people. Who talks more in our relationship, me or Ida? Well, I can tell you, because she's not here and I can get a word in edgeways, is definitely Ida.
Noted, Williams, noted.
Yeah, you're in trouble when she gets home, Robbie.
I'm not catching your gum.
Lincoln
Okay,
always
we
warns me if
have
I'm
to
ever
take-
arrested that I've got to be quiet. He says you can never get into trouble for saying too little. If you're arrested, get a lawyer straight away. Don't talk, just little.
Yeah, very good idea.